I am your host, Hatter, along with
Scoot.
And welcome to Investigation. Welcome to the after show. Basically, we're just going to talk about the experience of the Doss house, how we felt afterwards, how we felt after listening to the audios,
Yeah.
and all of the freaky shit we realized we captured. Things you might have not caught if you listen through that we feel like were in there. Yeah, basically. And just like different things, like I've been researching some things since then, and blah, 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 blah. So, but, to start, one thing I did want to notice, or did want to make note of, is I thought it was weird. So Shauna was talking about how we would get hit with delays.
Yes.
A lot, basically. It's this spirits kind of trying to keep us from coming, things like that. It was also like, I guess to note of that, I don't really know how to phrase it, but the fact that we were late being let in, because I was like, oh.
Now it makes a whole bunch of
Yeah.
sense.
So what had happened was we got there at 8 o'clock. We traveled about 4 hours to get there. And so, me and Shauna had been emailing, and I was like, hey, we'll be there by 8. Well, we got close to 8 o'clock, and I was like, she's not here yet. So we were like, we'll give her some time. People run late. 8:15 hit, and I was finally like, I'm just going to shoot her an email. I was like, hey, is there a code for us to get in? Like, do we just go in? What happens? And so her sister-in-law was supposed to come let us in because Shauna has new puppies, little Frenchies.
Little puppies.
Little pups. And she sent her sister-in-law to get us settled in, and then she was going to come later. So she immediately emailed back and was like, hey, I don't know what's happening. Sister-in-law was supposed to be there. I'll be leaving my house in 10 minutes. The code is blah, blah, blah. Go ahead and get in. Explore the house. Do whatever.
Yeah.
So that's what we did. But it's just weird because, like we said, we were going to be hit with delays. So I had that infection in my leg. I had my dislocated knee.
Yeah.
Then we were late being let in. And we were late because her sister-in-law had her teeth pulled.
Yep.
And took her medication and fell asleep. And even Shauna was like, she's had teeth pulled before. This doesn't happen.
Yep.
So it's super weird to think about post-production and realizing that
they didn't want us there.
They did not. They were like, What is your what are your thoughts?
I've always been very skeptical of the paranormal and whatnot. And I went in skeptical.
Right.
I came out with a much more open mind about it. Because we did experience some stuff in that house.
Yeah.
100%.
Unexplainable stuff.
Unexplainable things.
For sure. I think it's funny because from the beginning of our podcast, I feel like you can hear your skepticism a lot. Just when we talk about paranormal stuff.
Anytime I talk about paranormal case, I'm like, eh.
Yeah, to be fair, a lot of the really well-known ones are
They're kind of eh.
But even when I was talking about the stuff in Kansas and how weird everything was going on in Kansas, I could tell that you were like, me. Do you believe me now?
Now that I experienced something firsthand. Yeah.
Now you're like, what the fuck is going on?
What is this? What is this?
Yeah. I think it was super cool going, one, because I mean, I've never been a full skeptic, but I do debunk. If I can debunk it, I debunk it.
Which makes sense.
Right. If there's any possible way that it could have been one of us, things like that. And that happened mostly the cat ball going off. I'm like, oh, maybe we did step a little too hard, something like that. There was a lot of times where we tried to recreate what happened, and it didn't happen again.
Yes.
Which was astounding, I feel like. How do you feel about being touched?
Oh, unexpected.
Yeah.
You were in the Estes session in the dining room, and I'm sitting across from you, and all of a sudden, I just feel it was so gentle, just a gentle graze across my back, like almost across my shoulder blades.
Mm.
And it took me by surprise because I didn't think something was going to touch me.
You could hear it in the audio. You're like,
Yeah.
oh. It was like the softest oh, because you were like, what the fuck?
Yeah, because it genuinely took me aback. I was not prepared.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame you. Yeah. I wasn't prepared for how, because we have, like, done Estes sessions before.
Yes.
We kind of got the equipment, and then a couple months ago, I think I ordered it pretty much right after we booked the DOS house.
For the DOS house, yeah.
And so I was like, we need to practice with it a little bit. Like, we need to get experience. And so we've done some Estes sessions, and we've done some, like, lighter, I guess, investigations. And we've gotten responses, but never ones that were, like, especially when we went and talked with Roland towards the end. And that was so clear and so intelligent. And, like, sometimes it is hard to fully decipher because, like, he'll, like, a lot of spirits, they'll answer a question you asked earlier or later, and so you kind of have to, like, try to, like, piece it together. Which I didn't move any of the audio around, but if I had done it, like, it would have been a full conversation, because he like answers stuff later on that we asked, like, maybe 2 or 3 minutes before.
Yes, there's usually a delay.
Yeah,
from what I've noticed.
And something we didn't talk about, because, well, I mean, we kind of mentioned it a little bit in the recording, but you can't really hear it. It was when I believe we were in the dining room, but I think it's in the second episode, because we come back up from the basement. We were taking Polaroid pictures throughout.
Yes.
We try to get at least one Polaroid in each room. And some of it was very strange. Like, the living room itself was very well lit, but whenever we took a picture in there,
it was so dark.
It would be, almost entirely black. So the one, we took, like, 2 photos in the living room facing the same direction, because the first one we took, and I was like, this is weird. Not only is it so dark, but, like, it had this weird distortion through it.
Yeah.
So I took a second one in the same spot, and it was still dark, but there was no distortion. Later, we went and we took a picture in the mirror that Shauna says, like, people often, it distorts their face and things like that. That picture came out pitch black.
Yep.
What was weird, though, was I had set it very specifically on top of Scoot's wallet. And it was the only photo I had set on her wallet to develop while we were, like, continuing our investigation.
Yes.
When I came back to it, not only was it, like, moved, but it was in between the 2 other living room photos.
Yes.
And neither of us had gone back into the living room.
No one touched them.
No one touched them. Because I think in it, I go, oh my God. But I think I said your real name. Because I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, did you touch these pictures? You were like, what pictures? And I was like the living room pictures. Did you move any of these Polaroids? You were like, no, I haven't been in there. And so that's when I was like, dude, it was fucking in between. Like, that is freaky.
Something moved it.
Something moved it, for sure. I am really disappointed that we couldn't really use the barbershop audio.
Yes, we'll have to coordinate that a little bit better next time we go.
Right, yeah. I wonder if we get, like, a device that plays music, if it would work decent enough, but then it wouldn't be copyright infringement. But either way, we didn't get, like, a ton in the barbershop anyways.
No, we didn't. It was mostly just the EMF going off like crazy.
Yeah.
When the music was playing.
Right, yeah. Other than that, we didn't really get any responses. Even in the Estes session, we didn't really get anything. So it's like, it's not a huge loss. And through the audio itself, like, it probably sounds like we're getting responses and things very fast, but I cut out a lot of dead space.
Yes.
I think in total, I had like 7 hours of audio I had to comb through.
Yeah.
So you think 7 hours down to roughly 2.5 in total.
Yeah. We have to talk about the music table.
We should talk about the music table.
Because we didn't get any of that, but that experience was insane.
That was. Yeah. So, I mean, we talk a little bit about it in the episode.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we were sitting downstairs, and we heard, like, a do-do, do-do-do kind of vibe. And it had just started to rain, So I was like, it's wind chimes.
And
Well, at first we were like, what the fuck is that? And then we heard it a second time, and then we heard it a third time, and we were like,
Yes.
it's wind chimes.
Well, you were like, it's wind chimes.
Yeah,
And
I
I'm
was
like,
like-
I don't think that sounds like wind chimes.
Yeah, that's true. But like I said, I do try to debunk. So I was like, it's probably wind chimes. Like, it's a little rainy, it's a little windy. We fucking go upstairs, and I don't even remember why we decided, but I was like, you know what, we should just see. Or you were like, one of us said we should just
We just
see.
needed to check because
Yeah.
we knew. So when we were going on the tour, it might even be in the audio with the interview with Shauna. I'm not sure.
It is, yeah. I left
Okay.
it in there. Yep.
So there's a table by the bed that and there's stuff on it. You can take it off, but if you lift it up, kind of like a school desk, it'll play music. It's like
Yep.
a music desk table, whatever you want to call it. So we decided we needed to confirm the sound we were hearing from the living room.
Yep. Yeah, so we opened it up, and it plays the exact tune. And we had literally just turned off our microphones because we had finished up the investigation upstairs. And so we turned them off because we were like, we'll just go back downstairs. And then on our way out, it was like, oh my God, we need to open up the table.
Yeah.
And so I took the stuff off of it. I opened it up. Exact same tune played. And I was like, oh my God, we need to record
this.
Opened it up twice. 2 more times I tried to open it, and it did not play a single note.
They didn't want to be recorded.
Yeah. Well, that's the same thing within the living room. Like, whatever was in the living room did not want to have its picture taken. At all.
Yes.
That was super weird. Speaking of pictures, the 2 that we got of the figure in the face, terrifying.
Yeah. Especially, so, when you guys see it, going up the stairs, the little boy's face.
That one is so clear.
It is very clearly a child's face smiling down at us from
Yeah.
the stairs.
For sure.
And, I watched, afterwards, after, we had gotten home and everything, I actually watched on Tubi. What is her name?
Selena Spooky Boo.
Yes, I actually watched the episode where she went and investigated the Doss house.
Mm-hmm.
Where that face is, there is nothing there that would reflect anything looking like a face.
Right. Well, that's what I even walked over, and I was like, well, like, it is close to the stair railing.
Yes.
So in my head, I was like, is there anything? But when I was looking at it, I was like, no.
There's
like
nothing there that would reflect
a face.
a face or something that would remotely look similar to a face.
Right. Yep. That even I sent those pictures to Shauna, and she was even like, those are crazy. Like, that's insane. And the figure downstairs
Oh, in the
basement, that was in the crawl space that was freaking us out so much.
Oh, the moment we went down there, I couldn't stop looking behind there because
You could feel it.
it was there watching.
Yes. Like, we've talked about it a few times through, like, our spooky episodes about the feeling of being watched.
And that is instantly.
And that is the entire time you're in the basement. That's basically all you feel.
And it was
It's like,
coming from the stairs.
Yep. Or when you were doing your Estes session, it was also like there was ductwork that went into the wall.
Yeah.
And I felt something, which would be the continuation of that same crawl space.
Yes.
Felt something basically watching us through where that ductwork window is. Because it's a pretty big square.
Yeah, it is.
And I think we spent 10 minutes.
I don't even think we spent that. We spent like 5 minutes in that basement.
Well, because your Estes session alone was 5 minutes.
Yes.
And then we did spend a little bit first, like, kind of getting the vibe, taking
True.
pictures. And so I had, like, looked at the time, and I think it was pretty spot on to 10 minutes in total. But that was also including us walking down and coming
Going
back
back
up. Yeah, it was, when we go back, we're totally planning on spending way more time in the basement.
And we're doing that first.
Yeah, we're doing that first. We want to see, honestly, in total, I would like to go back at least twice.
Yes.
I want to change the routine of the investigation and see what changes.
Yes.
But based on what room we start in.
I agree.
But yeah, the basement was rough. It's also very funny because when you listen to the audio, I actually have it like in my notes of things I wanted to talk about. you hear our fear building throughout the night. Like, we started and we were pretty confident. We're in the living room. We're just chatting, chilling.
Mm-hmm.
We moved to the dining room and we were both like, it's
Well,
getting
also, at that point, I
weird.
got touched.
Yeah.
In the dining room.
Yeah, and there was something, like, on my legs in the living room because
Yes.
I had that. It was a bad cold spot around my legs. And it was
Yes.
hot in the house. Like, it was pretty warm because we had the ACs off so we could record.
Yes.
And I had that cold spot. So, yeah, we were, like, slowly, it's through the night, you can hear it getting, and by the time we reached the basement and the upstairs, we were, like, kind of tapped. We were like,
Oh, yeah.
alright. Like, also, when we went to sleep.
I was wondering when you were going to bring that up.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh.
so Scoot was kind enough, because of how bad my leg was, she let me sleep on the couch. She curled up in this little chair in the corner.
And I also just didn't want to, we didn't want to go ahead and drive back. We didn't want to stay at a motel. But your leg was, I was very mothering of you the whole entire time.
Afterwards, when Cass asked us how the investigation went, I was like, Scoot was like the mom friend the entire time. Like, I had to cut out a lot of bits of me being like, ow, and her being like, oh my God, are you okay?
Yeah, she freaked me out the whole entire time. I was like very like motherly of you at that point.
And just I have gone to the doctors. I tore some ligaments. We just don't know how bad yet.
Yeah.
It might be just a partial tear. I'm supposed to do physical therapy on it. So fuck you, ghosts. Like, damn, man.
I told Hatter, next time we go, the week before, we're just gonna put her in a bubble. Just wrap her in bubble wrap.
Yeah. Maybe, like, God, if it's not summer, then at least I won't have, like, disgusting bug bites.
Oh, yeah, that are turning into welts.
Yeah. Welts and blisters. But no guarantees. I probably would, like, slip on fucking ice or something. But yeah, so we're sleeping, and I doze off, and she, like, can't sleep. So, but all of a sudden, I hear something talk. So I pop my eyes open, I look over at Scoot, and she goes, "You heard that, right?" Or, like, something along those lines.
Yeah.
But it was closer to you, it sounded like, right? Or was it from downstairs?
I tried to rationalize it and be like, oh, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. That's somebody talking and going on a jog.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It was raining.
It was also raining. But again, my mind's just trying to rationalize it because I wanted to go to sleep. But I'm pretty sure that came from down in the basement.
That's what, and it sounded like if you're in a room with the door shut and you have somebody talking right outside of it, is what it sounded like.
It was like they were under the floorboards,
Yeah,
just
like almost
under.
right against the floor.
Yeah.
Which, all the ceilings, including the basement, are very low.
Everything's low.
Like, I'm 5'8", and I probably had, like, 4 inches above my head.
Yeah.
Maybe 6.
Yeah.
And so it did. Any noises you hear, it does sound like it's, like, right there with you. There was also, when we were first talking to Shauna before we even started recording, it felt like somebody, like, slammed their fist into the ceiling from under the basement.
Yeah.
Because it was right under my feet, and even she, like, looked at me and she's like, "You felt that?" And I was like, "Yeah, I did." So that was pretty crazy. We didn't hear a lot of voices there.
No.
But in the audio,
yeah,
like, re-listening to it, I think I probably sent Scoot, like, 15 different little clips of, like, oh my God, listen to this.
Listen to this clip.
The me was probably the most freaky.
I agree.
Because that was quiet. Like, there was a couple,
It's so clear.
It's so clear. There was a couple, like, when we were in the barbershop doing the interview.
Yes.
And we were talking about the tools being used. And I think Shauna said something like, yeah, feel free to use whatever. You hear in the background a man, which I think is saying, not your place.
Yes.
And I feel like that was Doss being like, don't touch my shit.
Yeah. in that tracks.
Yeah. But the me, really, and that was literally within the first 5 minutes
of us being there.
Of us doing our, like, after Shauna had left, we sat down and I was, like, listening to it, and it made me, like, sick to my stomach.
Yeah.
When I first heard it. And I was like, and it was obviously a lot quieter, but I was able to amplify it through Audacity, which is the editing tool I use.
Yeah.
And it was so clear, and it's so clear that, like, the transcripts, and even when I've made, like, social media videos for it, I don't have to edit the captions or
It's
anything.
picking it up.
It's just picks it up.
Yep.
And I looked at my boyfriend and I was like, "Oh my god, we can't." And he was like, "I don't wanna hear it." And I was like, "Why not?" He's like, "I got enough going on. I don't need the confirmation that ghosts are real." I was like, "But please." He's like, "Nope. Nope, I don't need to hear it." Also, though, this is not really anything spooky, but because we were just talking about DOS, it was fucking funny how every time we walked in there to use the bathroom, we'd be like, "Hi, DOS,"
Yeah.
"Hello." And then when I finally, like, we settled for the night, for the morning, technically, because I think we slept for like an hour and a half, maybe.
Ish. Off and
Yeah.
on.
My knee was so bad. We were going to the bathroom together, like one of us would stand out, but my knee hurt so bad that Scoot was like, "I'll just go, and like, I'll be okay." As you walked in, I hear from the other side of the house, "Hi, DOS." It made me laugh so hard. I want DOS to like us, but I know he just doesn't like women that much.
No, he doesn't want women in the barbershop.
Yeah.
You know,
I
he does
should've
it in
said that.
his in his place of business.
Yeah, it's a guy's business back then. Like, I get it, but I'm like, just be my friend.
Just be my
He was
friend.
like, Dr. Foff loved us though. It seemed like
Yeah.
everywhere we basically went on the main level, he was there.
He was chilling, and he would confirm on the EMF.
Yeah, and like I think 2 different times I got Foff through the
Yes.
spirit box. Which one of them was outside on the mound. I feel like one of the most intense Estes sessions was when we were out on the mound.
The mound was interesting. I hope other people go check out the mound.
I left a note for the people that came the next day because I was like, because even Shauna in the interview, she's like, "I've been waiting for the right group to investigate it." And I was like, more people need to. After we did,
Yeah.
it was crazy. Like,
It was interesting.
yeah, the energy out there was it wasn't bad, it wasn't good. It was very, like, neutral.
It was different.
Yeah, it was completely different than the rest of the house. But a lot of the spirits were, like, talking back and forth with each other, which was really interesting.
Yeah, they didn't seem too interested in communicating with us.
With us.
They were talking amongst each other.
Yeah, like, my favorite was, "Whore. Who's a whore?" That made me laugh so hard. I also did a little bit of research about Meredith, the doll, because she had said she was like, her energy used to be good, now it's not, and like
Yeah.
she found out that they were taking her to some maybe not so great spots around the house. And I was like, what the fuck does that mean? Because like I don't know a lot about that. And I was like, what kind of spots would it be that would like
Change the vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess like dolls in general are very energetic vessels for spirits, which makes sense.
You can go on eBay and you can find thousands of haunted dolls.
Oh yeah.
Thousands.
That's probably why they freak me out so much. I don't like the dolls at all.
I'm not a big fan of dolls myself or mannequins.
Oh yeah, and then she's like, we're gonna, under the barbershop basement, we're gonna do a whole like doll museum that people can investigate. And I was like, why? But yeah, the doll museum sounds kind of awful. But I'm sure it'd be interesting once they get that set up for sure.
Yes.
But it looks like, or it seems like, any dark spaces like closets, near mirrors, which mirrors make a lot of sense because the mirrors can act as a portal.
Yeah.
Definitely if she was taken into the basement. Sometimes it said like at the end of the bed, things like that can affect an energy. Yeah, so Meredith feels very, that kind of mean protective energy.
Yes.
She kind of feels like that. I don't feel like she's going to try to scare you, but she's definitely like, kind of like, this is my house, and like, if you fuck with it, like,
yeah,
type of thing. Also, Roland using the like natto phonetics.
Oh, yeah.
Makes a lot more sense when you think about that it was used for radio communication, and we were talking through a spirit box,
which
he probably saw as like a radio communication.
Yes.
And we got Charlie a few times, which I wonder if it was him saying like C. And even when we got Ava, I think once, I'm wondering if he said Alpha.
Which that would make sense as an A.
So I really want to hear back from if they were able to confirm anything we found out about him.
Yeah, I know. I really hope we do.
Yeah. I mean, Roland, we heard it so many times,
Several
not only
times.
through the Estes sessions, but even just like raw through the spirit box into the room. We both heard
Yes.
it. And every time we said it, the EMF went up to red. So it's like,
It means
it
something.
means something for sure. But the bigger thing that I was researching afterwards that I thought was super interesting. So when I was listening and editing, what I would realize is when I was in the Estes session, I would get a ton of voices. When you were in the Estes session, you would get some.
My problem with going into the Estes session, I could tell something would try to talk, but it would never be clear enough for me to hear what it was.
Yeah.
It would always be either so quiet or just you couldn't make out what the words were.
Right. And even and obviously correct me if I'm wrong, but when you were in there was always a lot of times where they were farther spaced out.
Yeah.
Like where I feel like when I was in, it would be like almost rapid fire at some points.
Yes.
Like there'd be times where you would be trying to ask a question from something I just said and I'd be saying like 3 other things.
Yes.
But in the reverse of that, when you were in the Estes session, I would get hardly no responses on EMF in the cat ball. And I was like, that's weird. Like I felt like there had to be a reason for why it made like when you were, I guess, commanding the EMF, when you would ask them like, can you light this up? Can you touch the cat ball? It would respond. And it wouldn't for me, and vice versa with me in the spirit box. It was way more active. And so I did a little bit of digging because I was like, what the fuck?
What is this?
What the fuck? So it basically, it seems like we're like a tag team duo that's like a power force when we investigate because of different mediumships. So we both have talked about where it does feel like we have some level of abilities. And like when I was a kid, I used to see a lot of apparitions. I am seeing a lot more now that I'm opening myself back up to them. And you would talk about like how you used to get smells, and like that was kind of it. But like you also closed yourself off like hardcore for a long time.
I still kind of am. Still kind of am a little bit.
Yeah. Since this too, to note, we did go to a like historical Civil War park near us. And so we were like basically once again after the Doss house, we were like realized that we had some sort of abilities and we were like, we need to explore these. So we went to this historical park. When we were sitting there doing some investigations, I saw an apparition and I was like, because I saw like a soldier walk by, and afterwards I told Scoot and she was like, what did it look like? And I was like, it was brown? And she's like, so she Googled it. In the area that we were in, there were Confederate soldiers who wore what is called the butternut uniform.
Yes.
And it is a brown uniform. We pulled up pictures. It was exactly what I saw. And then I even Googled if they were in the area that we're in, and it said yes. Like, it was the common uniform for the area that we're in. I did some digging on what this basically meant, and it seems like I basically act as a high-energy radio tower for the spirits. So my energy, because they've called me a talisman, it draws them in and it makes their voices louder when I'm communicating with them. And what that also means is like I can use spirit boxes easier. Other divination tools like tarot cards, osteomancy, things like that work very well with me. But for Scoot, she is like a power generator for them. So she has like a dense aura to her, which makes it way easier for them to interact with the physical devices that we have. So EMF readers, cat balls, REM pods, things like that.
AKA, that's why my back got touched.
Yes, that's why she got touched. It's the equivalent of like when I smell perfume, it's more like a memory that's been placed into my head. When she smells perfume, it's a physical manifestation of the smell, is the best way to explain it. Which, as I was researching, I was literally doing it in front of Scoot. Everything made so much sense.
With what we experienced.
And when we work together, it's basically like a dual channel that covers both areas. So we're going to look into getting more equipment that like better suits each other's abilities. and see exactly how that would play out.
Mm-hmm.
Like a music box for her, an EVP recorder for me. But that also explains why we got so many voices through the microphone, because I was amplifying that energy.
Yes.
And then why so many things were able to touch us or move the pictures was because of you. And so it's super fucking trippy.
Yes.
And like I hate it just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
And if we sound insane, sorry.
Yeah. That also makes so much more sense for why I was so affected before we came.
Yeah.
Because they were able to basically reach out to me a lot easier. But it's also so fucking frustrating. Like I was saying to Scoot, I was like, this is so annoying because hers, it's all like, you can just set out devices and the ghost will be like, here I am. And it's like, for me, it's like, you have to in-tune and then trust your mind to not just think of things. And you, it's like, but I got ADHD too. So it's like, you just gotta like, they're just gonna put, because there's times where I would see something in my head, or I would like see a word in my head and things like that. And it was like, yeah, so you just gotta like believe it. And it's like, are you kidding me?
That's it. That's it.
For you, it's like, they'll literally physically prove that they're here. And it's like, for me, it's like, everybody's gonna think you're crazy. It's like, thanks. Appreciate that. I don't, but yeah. What are your thoughts on that?
We'll just have to see. You know,
That's it.
As we, because it's obvious we're gonna go other places and do this.
Right.
We'll just have to see how it goes.
Do you feel like that's accurate?
When you were describing the effects, it makes sense as to what we experienced at the Doss house.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense. It made things a little more clear.
Yeah, there was a ton of times where when I was researching, I was like, oh, like it's all coming together.
It's all coming together.
It also could be why I threw up on the way home.
Oh, I was going to say, are you going to talk about your experience on the way home?
Yeah, so I was on an antibiotic, to be fair.
Which I think has a factor.
Right. It can make you sick to your stomach. So I'm not fully saying, but when I was looking up stuff about it, it says that like basically because of the way my abilities work is that I'm constantly just absorbing shit from the spirits. After leaving, it's almost like your body's trying to detox all that energy that you've absorbed. And the easiest way for it to do it sometimes is to puke. So we were literally driving home. We got, I think like...
We didn't get far.
No, we got like 15 minutes. We were going to go stop for food. And I was like, I feel sick. I think I'm going to throw up. We stopped at a Taco Bell. I went into the bathroom to try to throw up and I couldn't.
Yeah.
We got back on the highway. I took a single bite of my food and had to pull over on the highway.
And did throw up.
And threw up 8 times, mind you. Like, I was there for a hot minute.
She was there for a hot minute.
I was like, what? I haven't thrown up in so long, dude. I mean, and I've been on antibiotics several times and have never puked on them.
Yeah.
It's probably been, I think the last time I threw up was at least 8 to 9 years ago.
Wow.
And it was because I drank a lot of of whiskey. So that makes more sense. I think it was whiskey. Either way, it was rough. I felt so much better afterwards.
You did.
Immediately.
I could tell.
It was crazy. Yeah, I can't wait to go back.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, the spot we didn't investigate.
There was a lot of things we wanted to do that we didn't end up doing.
We just got drained so quickly.
We did, yeah. Well, a lot of it too was because I was in pain.
And
it
you
was
were also
really
injured.
hard for me to start keep walking around.
Yes.
After like 7 hours of doing it, I was like, all right, I'm tapped. But yeah, we want to go back because 1, we want to change up the investigation routine. 2, there was a lot of stuff we forgot to do. Like, we were going to get some of the boy dolls from around the house and bring them into the barber shop. We were going to use his tools as a trigger, but there's an entire crawl space. That's where I was like, it smells burnt. And then the entire ceiling is like charred.
Yes.
That supposedly has the elemental in it.
Yes. Which you're not actually able to physically go into the crawl space.
Right.
Safety hazard.
Yeah, it's not supported very well. So we were going to set like our equipment inside of it
and see if we get anything.
Yeah, we could sit on the stairs and, like, do an Estes session. I also wanted to, upstairs, I did wanna sit in, you know, that little chair that they have in, like, that pocket?
Yeah.
When we were up there with Shauna, I felt like somebody was sitting there,
Okay.
and so I wanna sit in that chair and do an Estes session,
Okay.
which is a little freaky.
It is a little
It
freaky,
feels a little freaky.
but
Yeah. I also think getting, some more devices, like, even the flashlights, like we were talking about,
yeah.
would make it a little bit easier for them to say, like, yes or no. Because there's a lot of times where it's like, we asked them, like, "Are you blah, blah, blah? Is this your name?" And I feel like it's easier for them to just tap something than to literally, like, say yes through
Physically say
the
it.
spirit box.
Yeah.
So I think that'd be really cool.
Oh, you know what we didn't talk about?
Hmm.
The incident with the music table. The Polaroid.
Oh, the orbs.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I just thought about it. We didn't talk about that.
I forgot about that. When did we notice that, too? I forget when we noticed that.
It was when we were done and we, I think, went down stairs.
Yeah.
To kind of look at them, and we were like, oh.
Yeah, they had developed. So, like I said, we took a picture. Oh, and the missing Polaroid.
And the missing Polaroid.
We had 16 Polaroids in total, and I was keeping very good track of them.
Yes.
Because I was like, I don't want to, like, mess them up. I don't want to miss one. And I saved one photo for the mound. We went outside to take the photo, and it was empty.
Yep.
So either the distributor fucked up and only put 7 in that packet.
Yep.
Or somehow a picture got taken that we lost.
Yep.
So, no, it would have been a picture got taken that because we had 16 photos, but I only took 15.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, that's correct.
I forgot. Oh, that's so weird.
Yeah.
Because I can literally remember every single one that I took, and I only took 15 of them.
Yes.
Weird.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, so we took, I think, 2 upstairs. We took one of the doll room that's upstairs, and then one of the music table.
Yes.
And it's the only ones that have it in there. There's a bunch of little dots across the entire photo.
Yep.
They're not like giant orbs, but it literally looks like if somebody shook like glitter over the music table. There's just a bunch of little reflective shiny dots everywhere.
And it wasn't dust.
No.
It honestly, it was pretty dust free up there.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
It's very like clean up there.
I could understand in the basement.
The basement would have been
dust.
different. Yes. Yeah. But upstairs where that music table was, there was no dust.
There was also nothing to kick up any dust. Like, we walked up there, we sat down for like 15 minutes to do our sessions and stuff. If we had kicked up any dust, it would have settled by then.
Yes.
And then we took the photos. And yeah, it's the only and we use flash, but we use flash in almost every single photo.
Yes.
Which some of them, it's weird because we use flash, but it's still like pitch black in the picture.
Yep.
Fucking weird. But this one, yeah, it had a bunch of those little white sparkly orb looking things.
Mm-hmm. Now, when you took a picture of the dolls, I don't know if you noticed it. There is a couple in there as well.
Yes.
But not as many as of the table.
And it's weird because it's the side that's really close to the bedroom.
Yes.
Like of that side of the room. But yeah, so once again, if it was dust, like those rooms are right next to each other. There's maybe like 2 feet separating them.
Yes.
There would have been dust in that photo more.
Yes.
Yeah. I also think when Dr. Pfaff said neck torture,
we were trying to figure that out.
I wonder if it was because that was through my phone too, and I don't fully trust the app. Like,
it's a little sketch.
Yeah, but we did get neck torture twice when talking about his job.
Yes,
and so I was like, I wonder if it's though like him being like, it was bad on my body.
It was a pain in the neck.
Yeah, it was a pain in the neck. Because right after through the spirit box, we got neck.
We did.
So I wonder if that was more that relation than anything else.
Because we were trying to figure it out. We tried.
Yeah, because I was like, I don't know how that's pertaining to anything.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't even investigate the kitchen.
We didn't get the kitchen either.
Yeah.
We didn't get the kitchen. And we didn't do the doll room that was upstairs.
No, we did not.
We just did the bedroom.
Yeah. So there was like 3 spaces that we didn't even touch.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't remember if it was you taking a picture of Doss's mirror or the Polaroid. You thought you saw a face in it.
It was the Polaroid.
Was it the Polaroid?
Mm-hmm. But to be fair with that one too, I was a little less sure because I was like, the mirror is dirty.
The mirror is definitely dirty.
Yeah.
It's
So I was like,
definitely
it could have been just like smudge marks.
True.
But
true.
And there is like a phenomena called pareidolia where the human brain sees faces and things that don't have faces.
Yes.
So that's why I was like, eh.
No, kind of me.
Yeah. We're deciding on what our next investigation spot will be. We're thinking of maybe doing 1 or 2 for October.
Mm-hmm.
So if you guys have any suggestions, comment them, let us know.
For sure.
And then we have another one, a big one planned for our like 1-year anniversary. So that's going to be super cool. I'm sure we'll sprinkle some more in. I know that already. So like I said, my tattoo shop definitely has some spirits in there, and they said that we could go there and do a overnight stay. I think that that'll be really good practice for us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe we'll record it, because I feel like it makes sense to record, because then we can go back and like see and learn off of our experience.
Yes.
So if we do and we get a lot of good stuff, maybe we'll post like a bonus episode or use it as a mini or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, comment where you would like to see us investigate next. Try to keep it to the East Coast, because we don't have a ton of money to be driving all over the United States.
Yeah, at least for now.
Yeah, at least for now. It'd be cool. It's exciting. I can't wait. I already, like, I keep thinking, I'm like, I already want to go back to the Doss house. I feel like that one is always going to hold a special place in our heart.
I think so too.
Because it's the first one. And because it was fucking insane.
Literally, actually, it's funny that you say that. When Shauna first let us in, she asked us, oh, have you guys ever, I don't even remember how she worded it.
She said something like, well, I'm sure you guys know that blah, 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 talking about investigations. And I was like, actually, this is our first one.
And she goes, oh, what a pick.
Yeah, she was like, oh, what a pick. And then your camera kept turning off.
The camera would just randomly turn off.
Yeah, the battery would drain so fast sometimes, and then other times it would turn off while it was fully charged.
Yes. Definitely
Whatever energy we create together seems to do a lot of shit, make a lot of things happen.
Yep.
Because even Shauna, because I had texted her and said, like, sorry for the long message. We did get a lot of crazy activity. I sent her the pictures. I talked to her about Roland. And she even said that it sounds like we had quite the experience based on just a little bit that I told her.
Yeah.
So it definitely seems like we got a lot. I feel like a lot more than what other people do. I mean, she even said, she was like, well, there's that one girl that like nothing was happening to, basically, and stuff like that. So.
I also feel like with that, it also just depends on your attitude going in.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
If you're going in super overly skeptical and your vibe's just completely off, you're not going to get anything.
Or it's going to go one of two ways. Because I feel like sometimes the spirits like to prove skeptics wrong.
True.
But I think if you're being a dick about it, you're just going to get really dick energy back.
That too.
Yeah. And I feel like we approached it with a lot of respect.
Oh, yeah.
Towards them.
Absolutely.
Even in the basement. Like, we were uncomfortable, but we weren't like trying to antagonize anybody or anything like that.
Yeah.
I think that's why when we did go out to the mound, so many of the spirits were like talking about us telling their story.
They did. They kept mentioning telling a story.
Yep. Which we
we still have not been able to completely determine who they were in like reference to.
Yeah. I think some of that was Roland.
Mm-hmm.
And then some of it seemed like and that it was weird too, because like I said, the night before when I was in the basement, I was like, something's watching us.
Yeah.
When we went out to the mound, I could feel the same energy from the basement.
Yeah.
But it did feel a little bit different. Like, it felt like less of like, I want you guys the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And more like, I want you to understand me.
Yeah.
Which is why I said I feel like they're spirits that are in a lot of pain.
Mm-hmm. You did say that.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for listening, guys.
Drop your comments on where to go next.
Yes. But don't go too far. Because we'll catch you in the next investigation.
Bye.
Bye.